So initially, my plan was that I was going to look for a 2025 indie playlist and go through it and see like what's good and what's garbage. But the problem is that whenever I looked for that, I couldn't find anything that had specifically just releases from this year. So I found this Spotify playlist, and if you know about Spotify playlists, funny enough though, this isn't by Spotify. This is actually worse than a Spotify playlist made by people that aren't with Spotify. You know that a lot of people tend to mix up genres and put on some absolute garbage on this play on a playlist. So we're gonna go through this playlist that has a lot of overrated stuff as well as just stuff that isn't even that like wasn't released this year specifically. We have stuff old stuff too. Um, so yeah, let's go through it. Too Sweet by Hose. I like this song. I don't care what anybody says. It's a good song. However, in terms of indie, it's very hard to like. Radio hits shouldn't really be in indie playlists, but you know they're going off by indie vibes, not indie in terms of independent. So a lot of this stuff is just going to be industry plants and overrated radio garbage mixed with TikTok popularity and maybe some good stuff. Maybe some stuff that isn't even in the genre. We'll see. I don't like Arctic Monkeys, so but like a lot of these are already kind of just basic picks. I don't know about Brony Vitas though. Tame Impala is one of the most overrated artists I've ever listened to. Honestly, like the way that people describe his music, I was under the impression like I was gonna get like I don't know something like revolutionary in the terms of like I don't know a lot of people would talk about like psychedelic stuff. So I was like, all right, like Pink Floyd, some psychedelic and a lot of and they use indie rock as the thing, but a lot of the time I'm just hearing like indie pop, and there are some good songs, but he's so overrated. Like there's far better artists that do his stuff way better. One of my personal favorites is Wolf Club that I just heard today. Wolf Club is so good, but they're probably not going to be in this playlist. And then we have friggin' Steve from Stranger Things with End of the Beginning. I refuse to listen to Somber because Somber to me is already like turning into like a I can't really call him an industry plant because I don't know anything about him, but it's kind of giving me the situation where it's like, oh, you know, his music is probably blowing up on TikTok, but it's not good music at all. There's far better artists that do his style way better. But yeah, I refuse to listen to Somber. And then we have someone that I don't know, Artemis. I've heard of Artemis, but I genuinely have no idea. And then like of course like Lana Del Rey. I don't know if it's like right to say that like Lana Del Rey is like the indie version of Taylor Swift, but I think like they're both relatively popular and they have like their very passionate fan bases. Obviously one's bigger than the other, but I still don't think it makes and I know this song. This song's a good song. This song is one of my favorite songs, but honestly, I think that it's still overrated. And like, if you remember my other video talking about freaks, of course, a lot of this stuff is just very overrated or overhyped. I mean, I like there's stuff that I do like on here, like Cigarettes After Sex, Thundercat. I don't think that belongs in here at all. I love Surf Coast though. Surf Coast is such a great band. Um, let's see here. Let's go down. I feel like the more I get, oh my god, Messy to me. The first time I heard Messy, I was like, I was surprised because I think this is like the first one of the first like mainstream dream pop songs that actually sounds like a I don't know like some of the nature of like Cocteau Twins, and that's giving it way too much credit. But when I heard it, I was like, this is dream pop. I was surprised to hear it. Like it's a pretty good song. I like it. Um, But yeah, I feel like we're just gonna be getting into Strawberry Blonde. All right, All J. Yeah, a lot of this is just gonna be an overrated playlist. There are some good stuff in here, but for the most part, this is just gonna be like teenager core, and that's putting it very mildly. Or in other terms, my sister's playlist. Yeah, this is the main pro. Oh my god, the worst song of all time. That's so true. Garbage ass song. And I got some more Tame Impala. I'm gonna just scroll until I see something good. Pale Waves is good, but I I feel like they could be better. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see like Men I Trust. Mac DeMarco. Mac DeMarco is just Zeller. It's just the Zeller soundtrack. MGMT. Yeah. Give me something that I'm gonna be like, wow, this is in here. Oh my god, Feel It Still is one of my least favorite songs of all time, but I love Portugal the Man. But that song is easily one of my least favorite songs of all time. Are we gonna see anything like Phoenix or Band of Horses if we're not following a specific like year cap? Girl in Red, yeah. I don't think I saw any Phoebe Bridgers yet, or Julian Baker. We're gonna keep going. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see Beach Bunny, but I'm pretty sure that's like her most popular song. My biggest issue with these playlists is that no one digs deep in terms of finding stuff that's actually like not just popular stuff. Faye Webster was actually an artist that I was following before she got popular. But yeah, like that's my main issue. Oh my god, Heat Waves. Like yeah, a lot of this is just commercial or popularity. That's literally all this is. And that's what really pisses me off about calling indie vibes. I'm gonna show you a good indie playlist, and it's gonna be my playlist that kind of has a year gap, I guess. But seriously, like even like where's 2000s indie? Where's like Silver Sun Pickups or like Airborne Toxic Event? Because that's still they still had popular songs. Like we should have like Panic Switch or Sometime Around Midnight or that song that was on Gossip Girl, Changes. Like this is ass, and I can confidently say that I'm not really like there's like barely any auto. Oh man. Yeah, there's nothing that's surprising me here. The people that made this playlist, I mean, I'm sure some of this stuff is good if I actually listen to it, but from like the first half, if not most, yeah, probably about the first half is completely tolerable. The middle is atrocious, and then if I don't recognize the stuff down below, like up to, let's see, let me get to at least a point where I can safely say that there's probably, I would say after the middle-ish is where it gets good in terms of like I genuinely have no idea. Oh, Del Weller Gap, that was not on. That was also not on here. That is a crime. But yeah, we should at least get to a point where I can like safely say that after the middle, considering that I don't know any of this, that it's relatively good. Whoever added the stuff after the middle, like you are probably the best person that collaborated on this playlist. Okay, yeah. So after here, all right, yeah. About here and down, good on you, the person with the pink O's. Let me see. What's? Can I? No, I can't. But yeah, good on you. You are the one that saved this playlist and added some stuff that I actually genuinely don't know. Also, shout out to like the other person that like occasionally added stuff too. Because yeah, I have no idea what any of this is. All right. Oh, except for daisies, you can you lose a point on that. All right. Now let's go to my indie playlist. 99 hours. This is definitely based. Let's see. Yeah, we got like this is the good stuff right here. Sydney Sprague, Tanner Swift, like Owen, obviously, Creeks, Death Cab for Cutie, Stars. Yeah, there is Sun Kill Moon on here. I cannot get over his voice. I'm sorry. I don't care if he's canceled. He is just one of the best singers that I thoroughly enjoy. But I rarely listen to him, but he is on the playlist. Also, this album right here, where is it? This album right here, in my opinion, is one of the best post-rock albums of all time. I'm sure there's other genres that get looped into it, but this is genuinely like my favorite quote-unquote post-rock album. This is such a great album. You need to listen to this album. It is absolutely phenomenal. It sounds like a movie soundtrack. Love Drug, I really want them to come back, man. If there's any band that I want to come back, I want Love Drug to come back. They're so good. We got Nana Grizzle, Keep is so good too. What is Your Name? What is Your Name is amazing. And then yeah, you know, we have some overrated stuff, like we have Wisp. I haven't heard Young Jesus in a while though. Waxahachie should have been on that playlist, man. Waxahachie is such an underrated artist, and you know, they're not like, I don't know if they're considered technically mainstream, but like I think they like are kind of big enough that yeah, they're almost at 1 million listeners. But yeah, Waxahachie is absolutely amazing. We got Camp, obviously some Phoenix. Pedal is good too. Glitter Party, Blonde Redhead. I love Blonde Redhead. Easily another underrated and underappreciated band. I got the Meeting Places, Ringo Death Star. Yeah, some of this stuff I actually haven't listened to their full discographies. Oh, Said the Whale. If you are Canadian, Said the Whale is so good. My favorite song off this album is called Curse of Currents. This album right here, like this is if I had to sum it up like a specific era of indie, like this album, it kind of just embodies that indie that I absolutely adore. I haven't listened to it though. I've only listened to 2 songs, but yeah, no, Curse of Currents is it's one of my favorite songs of all time. This is such a great band for the 2 songs, or 3 songs I think I've heard. Bad Bad Hat's also good. Got some weird Megan Dia in there too. And then, yeah, it's just, the genre we're all over the place. We got some like shoegaze, like All Under Heaven. Got Soft Cult also, again, representing Canada. But yeah, and then, you know, the occasional Nothing Nowhere with like In the Country, and those 3 songs off of Hell or High Water. The Greeting Committee is also great. Sloth Rust is great. I'm not a huge fan of Front Bottoms anymore, but you know, the occasional couple songs. Also have some like Ecstasy stuff, because Ecstasies and also Kenny Hoopla, that were doing like the more post-punkish indie sounding stuff. Did I see After Wednesday? Greet Death is also another great band. And then we have some weird like sadness inclusion in here too. Angus and Julia Stone's The Goats. Yeah, I was kind of just you definitely could tell that I went through like Life is Strange playlists and grabbed what I like from there. Yeah, and then we have like the Cody and Cambria covers. Yeah, obviously got Foles. This album, This album is also really good. The Writer's Room, fantastic album. We got Foals, Straight Light Run. I love Straight Light Run. Some interesting video game soundtracks, inclusions, stuff. And we got like some, like mostly Alexisonfire acoustic stuff. If you this album right here, this is a peak album. Reign of Kino, I love Reign of Kino. Cloudy Sky. This album to me is like a top 3 album of this year, honestly. Highly recommend it. I haven't listened to his discography, but I really want to check out his discography. He makes some really cool stuff. That album is like a very indie. There's a little bit of gaze, like shoegaze-ish stuff in there. This album too, this is an absolute peak album. Japanese indie rock. I need more music like that in my life. Also, Message to Bears, phenomenal artist. I believe he's classified as an artist. And also this project that he did, I love this album. This album is so good. And some Cowboy Bebop stuff in there, Kurt Travis stuff in there. Hammock. Stida Nordenstam, that's a really interesting album, as well as this album to me, when I talked about like Midwest emo, even though I get tired of the genre, this is a good Midwest emo album. It's just one artist, I believe. We got some Bonobo stuff, and when I went through a whole like Baroque pop. Also some Broken Social Scene, because I love Broken Social Scene. And this right here, this in my opinion, this is like my second favorite post-rock album. This album is so good, and this band is an amazing post-rock band. I definitely put them next to like Saxon Shores. I also recommend this album. I've only heard the one song, My Baby Says, but this album is also amazing. And Foxygen, love Foxygen. Owl is also good. Far Caspian is good, but they don't put out a whole lot. And, some 1st of October stuff. This album by Rob Scallion is absolutely incredible. It's like Midwest, it's literally Midwest emo and metal. It's so unbelievably great and brilliant. You need to listen to it. I love Sparkle Horse. I also listened to the entire Grandaddy discography. And we're going to end off on an amazing album. This album right here, I've heard most of the songs on this album. This album is absolutely incredible. It's like synth pop, synth wave stuff with some like incredible guest spots that have really good singing. But the music is also just absolutely incredible. Highly recommend this album. And that's my indie recommendations.